they tried to raise an army and invade an island. Yeah. 2 Texas men have just been arrested for planning to invade a Haiti island, wipe out all the men, and enslave the women for stuff that I can't even say on here. But this wasn't just something they spoke about on a Discord chat. They were actively planning to carry this out. They even tried to recruit homeless people in Washington for their army. You see, over the past year, 20 and 21-year-old Gavin and Tanner enrolled for the military and firearm training. They planned to learn how to sail. They took classes in the local language of the island that they were trying to invade, and they even intended to purchase an arsenal of weapons and ammunition. Now, thankfully, they didn't get too far in that training because they either dropped out or failed. But that's not even the craziest part, because they tried to take over the island of Gonave, which has 87,000 people. That's why court documents reveal that the pair intended to recruit more people online, as well as homeless men in Washington for this army, which they then intended to all sail over together on a boat to this island for a surprise attack. But not only were there 13 months of planning this thing discovered by authorities, but they now face a maximum of life in prison. They've been indicted on a long list of charges, including conspiracy to murder, mayhem, or kidnap persons in a foreign country. And on top of that, the 2 men were also accused of the production of child you-know-what. So yeah, they are cooked.
I wish y'all 2 would pull up to IET on that type of time and see what's gonna happen to you. I wish you would have done this nonsense on any part of Haiti. I really wish they would have done that, because 250 years of frustration would have been taken upon the both of you. I promise you that. Y'all would have been turned every which way loose, baby. Oh my God, y'all should have let him come to Haiti. Y'all should have let him come and try that BS. Y'all should have let him come and try that BS, bro.
So guys, what you are about to hear seems or sounds like a horror movie, but it is real. 2 white men from North Texas have been indicted after allegedly plotting a violent invasion of the Haitian island. Their goal was mass murder and sex slavery. While we dive into different clips about what people have to say concerning this particular act, if you are just coming across this video for the first time, please do well to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. Like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.
Correct me if I'm confused, but wasn't Haiti the first island to gain freedom? Why am I seeing that 2 men from Texas plan to invade Haiti? 2 white men from Texas plan to invade Haiti. I believe they wanted to invade Gonave Island. I might be mispronouncing that. But their plan was to get homeless people from Washington, D.C., get on a sailboat. I'm trying to keep a straight face while I'm telling. This is real. Get on a sailboat, get to Haiti, go to Gonave Island, get rid of all the men, and enslave the women. Now, they've been arrested, and I'm sitting here like, am I the only one that remember Haiti's history when I had to learn it? I'm really trying to tell this with a straight face, and it's not working. So as I was saying, yeah, they had this plan, sailboat, all of that to get to Haiti, but they even studied Creole. They even studied Creole, but they never checked the history to see how Haiti was moving back in history. At this point, I think I've seen it all. Oh, they also got caught with CP.
To the 2 men who tried to enslave a small Haitian island, that Christopher Columbus shit don't work in 2025. Huh? And to the 2 men who tried to enslave a small Haitian country, that Christopher Columbus ass shit don't goddamn work in 2025. These 2 brothers who look like quarterbacks from 1982, Gavin Weisenberg and Tanner Thomas, they thought they could go off the coast of Haiti and take over Gonave Island. It's a little island off the coast. Now, they thought they was going to go here and enslave the homeless, women, and children, and they was just going to be fine with it. This is a plan that was going on since August of last year. Now, why people waited so long to talk about this, I don't know. But apparently, one of them even took classes to see how you rule in situations like this, a.k.a. taking over little small countries that don't got nothing to do with people of your kind. Now, all of a sudden it had hit the news, and ain't nobody going for none of that. They have been arrested. They got the plot and all of that. Now, they wasn't planning on doing this alone. Apparently, it was a group of people, but these two were the head honchos of the whole situations. Why y'all don't never go places that's other islands, the people that look like y'all? Why y'all try to enslave us? Now, this is the crazy thing. Of all of this, they was enslaving them not for just regular slave work like picking cotton and stuff.
They said they wanted some hunt slaves.
Wait a minute now. I knew y'all liked them round and brown. I'm just here to bring y'all the news. When it develop a little more, I'll tell y'all a little more. I'm just a messenger.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard about it on the news, right? Anybody who's not Haitian who follows me. So there were these two white guys, all right, from Texas that said, listen, we are going to go to an island off of Haiti, a Haitian island, and we are going to take out 87,000 people, capture the women and the children. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to get homeless people from DC. Okay, so there's a sweet little saying in Haitian Creole. And if you did not learn in school, which apparently those guys did not, okay? If you did not learn that Haiti was the first free black republic, right? The first successful slave uprising, and that Haitians are some of the strongest people in the entire world. In case you didn't learn that in school, there's a sweet Haitian saying. It's so sweet, and it goes, coupe tête, boule caille. My gosh, it's so sweet. Coupe tête, boule caille. Coupe tête, boule caille. Okay? And what it means is cut off their heads and burn their homes. Oh my gosh. So sweet. And that's kind of what they were founded on. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. Next time we think, hey, we would totally be able to take out 87,000 people, especially Haitian men. Because let me tell you something. I don't know if you've seen those white boys, but wow, terrifying. I'll put them up here. But that's all. And it was about 50% gave me a good laugh, and 50% made me just want to meet him on the dock. You know what I mean? Meet him right there. Come on. Okay. Maybe that's it. I'm in.
What the fuck is going on? This is straight out of a movie. You're gonna want to hear this one. 2 Texas men were gonna invade a small island off the coast of Haiti. They were gonna recruit mercenaries that were homeless from the Washington, D.C. area and invade this island and take all the women and children as SA slaves. I kid you not. These guys from Texas were going to invade an island with mercenaries that they recruit from homeless people in the Washington, D.C. area. Folks, when I think I heard it all, when I think there's no way I could hear something that I wouldn't believe, here we fucking go. What is going on in this world? My God!
Did y'all see that 2 men in Texas were arrested by the feds for conspiring to steal the island of Haiti? Yes, they thought they were going to go to Haiti and, I don't know, overthrow the government, take over the island. Yes, 2 palm-colored men in Texas were arrested. They had plans to go to Haiti, kill all the men, and keep the women and children as sex slaves. And they've also been arrested on child charges. Now, these 2 men are young. They're like 20 and 21 years old. Definitely gives entitled, spoiled brats, raised to be racist. I mean, they're from Texas and entitled. And let me tell you the links that they went to prepare for this plan. One of them went to firefighter school, I guess, to learn skills, but flunked out. One of them went to Thailand to go to do a sailing course so they could learn how to sail, because they were going to be taking a boat to Haiti with heavy machinery and to kill all the people, but could not afford the sailing class in Thailand, so they still came back. And then one of them, I don't know which one out of the two, joined the Air Force, requested to be moved to a base, I guess, closer to DC, and was trying to recruit homeless people to join them on this journey to Haiti to take over the island. Yes. So they have been indicted by the feds for the conspiracy charge, conspiracy to commit murder in foreign land or something like that, and the child sex crimes, because apparently they were encouraging also a minor to do certain things with them. But that's crazy that they thought they were just going to go to an island and take it over. And it's like, why are y'all so obsessed with black people? Why do you want to go to a black island and make them slaves? It's very weird. Kill the men and make the women and the children slaves? Very alarming.
Has anybody ever seen or heard of a crazy plot like this before? I haven't. Some really weird news came out of Plano, North Texas yesterday, November 20th, and I don't see anybody talking about it yet. And this is something I think somebody like Dylan Page might try to get away with making a TikTok about. And actually on this particular screenshot I'm showing you, I've tried to share this with a couple of friends on a few different platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and here on TikTok. And all of them have permanently deleted those screenshot messages. So for this post, I'm hoping TikTok doesn't ban this. This is from a Department of Justice press release, and I've read it out. Everything that I'm thinking could possibly be any type of content or community guidelines violations. North Texas men indicted in the Eastern District of Texas for an international blank scheme. According to this Department of Justice press release, Gavin Rivers Weisenberg, 21 of Allen, and Tanner Christopher Thomas, 20 of Argyle, were named in a 2-count indictment returned by the federal grand jury in the Eastern District of Texas yesterday. This is the Argyle, Texas area, just a little bit between Denton and Flower Mound. Here's a quick overhead video of the area. I used to do photography for somebody that lived in the Argyle area in a multi-million-dollar home. In their backyard, they had about a $500,000 swimming pool. In driving around the Argyle area, I did not see anybody that was not at least upper middle class. The Allen, Texas area is roughly the same, but it's mostly middle class and upper middle class. So we have middle class to upper middle class, most likely kids, 20 and 21 years old, trying to plot to go down to an island off the coast of Haiti to stage a coup and eliminate the men and make slaves out of the women. I've never heard of anything quite like this, and I think it may be something we need to look at a little bit more as to what's going on in the society and with the culture in America.
These two white men from DC were just arrested because they think that they want to colonize Haiti. So in Haiti, we have this little island that's kind of like separated from, Haiti. And it has a population of 80,000 people, 81,000 Haitians. Well, the two white boys had it in their mind that they were going to sail there, unalive the men, enslave the women and children, and keep them as sex slaves. Yeah, you heard that right. Like, this made the news. Like, I'm not joking. So in July 2025, federal agents arrested Gavin Rivers, after uncovering disturbing plans that he had been developing with his brother, Tanner Christopher Thomas, Christopher Columbus, to carry out a violent takeover of Haiti's Gonaïve Island. So according to investigators, the brothers were plotting to buy a sailboat, gather weapons and ammunition, to recruit a small group of men to help them sail the island, kill the male population, seize control, enslave the women and children to live out their fantasies. The plot was detailed in messages, online searches, and other evidence that prompted federal authorities to intervene long before they could act. You could pause to read the rest. Come to find out, they weren't planning on acting alone. They tried to do their due diligence to make this possible. i.e. one of the brothers joined the military specifically for the reason of learning about weaponry, ammunition, bomb. The other one joined an academy in Thailand, I believe, to learn how to sail a boat, but quickly dropped out because it was expensive. One of the brother who was deployed in the military decided to come back to the US bases because he wanted to be close to DC as he executed his plan. The plan was to recruit as many homeless people in DC, train them to go on this mission with them. And the homeless population in DC and these two brothers, 20 and 21 years old, by the way, were supposed to then sail to Haiti and colonize UNALIVE with 81,000 Haitians. Now, maybe this could have worked on another country. Considering Haiti was the first free black republic, I think we're gonna let two 20-year-old white boys run us? And the crazy thing is, those boys getting arrested is the best thing that could have happened to them. They're going to the land where we say coupe tête boule kai. We believe in freedom or death. I know it sounds sinister, but I almost wanted them to carry out this plan because it would have been made such a terrible example out of. I know where I'm from and I know my people. If I'm from Port-au-Prince, not Gonaïve, but I know my Haitian people. I tell spooky stories for a living. Look up how Haitians actually won the Haitian Revolution. We're outnumbered, outweaponed, and had significantly less resources. We came out as the first free black republic. This is like a death wish. Colonizing genes is just so hard to die. Maybe don't try to colonize Haiti from your favorite Haitian homegirl.
Listen, white people's obsession with trying to reenact slavery is disgusting. I just saw a news report on two white men from North Texas, Gavin and Tanner, who have for the past year been concocting a plan to go over to one of the islands in Haiti, take it over by killing all the men and imprisoning the women and children to later use them for sex slaves. True story. Gavin enrolled in fire school, I don't know what for, failed out, took his behind over to Thailand because he needed to learn how to sail a sailboat because that's how they were going to access the island, via sailboat. But didn't have the money for the lessons, so he was shit out of luck. Tanner enrolled in the Air Force, changed his duty station from Germany to DC, where they have been actively trying to recruit unhoused men to help them with their cause. It's funny because when you see the physical makeup of these two white boys, skinny, weak ass frail white boys, I don't know what they thought was going to be, who was going to be afraid of them if they were able to make it to shore in Haiti. They planned on selling a sailboat to an island that is occupied by 87,000 Haitians and thought that they were going to successfully take it over. Listen, if their ancestors had been properly punished for slavery, none of this shit would be happening today. Because in men's obsession with having sex with children and forcing themselves on women is totally disgusting. Look up the story. But one thing I know, and two things for sure, Haiti is not the country to try that with. At all.
Two white Texas men have been arrested for guess the flip what? They recruited. They went on a recruiting mission. They recruited others as well, but they planned on going to the Haitian island of Gonave, taking out all the men of that small island, and then using the women and children as their ex-slaves. They had it all planned out. They already had, y'all, the details are right here. They went and learned Haitian Creole. One of them joined in the military so he could learn these tactical skills and stuff to take out the men of the island. They were on a whole mission. They'd already started the process to go and take over the island and harm innocent people for their weird Christopher Columbus style dreams and fantasies. So now they're booked. Okay? I hope they go get all the other recruits. Okay? Because just getting them is not going to work. Got to get all the other, because the other ones have all that stuff on their minds too. What is it with certain people going to other places and trying to take over and basically take out all the people of that place? What is this? What? Y'all, so this is what the island basically is. This is the size of the island. It's about approximately 300 square miles. 300 square miles. Okay? And it's looking like there's about 100,000 is what I looked up on the island. I'm not quite sure what the flip was going. I guess they were going to go on there and pretend to be friends and all because you know how a lot of them already think that, you know, white people are always going to be welcome, way more welcome to certain places. That's what they think, y'all. And so they were going to go on there speaking Haitian Creole, and everybody was going to be all like impressed that they came from Texas speaking Haitian Creole, you know what I'm saying? And woo, they know my language and all this other kind of stuff. And then they were gonna like throw a wrench in everybody's life and just take them all out. What the flip? What was the, I know their thought, what was the end game? The end game. Okay, so today's time is not like Christopher Columbus time, okay? They was gonna see y'all doing it. Like, people were gonna see y'all doing it. It was gonna get out. The flip. So, racially black people all around the globe, y'all better be on high alert. Racially black people all around the globe, y'all better be on some high freaking alert, because some people got plans, okay? Everybody that smiles in your face is not your friend, okay? It's just simply not, all right? What on earth?
Did you hear about the white men from Texas who made a plan to take over Haiti, kill all the men, and keep the women and children as slaves? 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas, who are from the Dallas, Texas area, spent a full year creating an intricate plot to take over the Genova Island in Haiti. Their fantasy was to kill all of the men and keep the women and children as their sex slaves. Federal prosecutors say they chose this island because they believed it was remote, less protected, and that they could easily overpower the people living there. The two men were federally indicted because these weren't just fantasies. The two men actually made strategic preparations to see their plan through. The plot began in August of 2024 when they met to discuss taking over the island and forcing the women into sexual acts and forcing the children into slave labor. They planned to create an environment where no one had any rights and everyone was obedient to their wishes. To carry out their plan, they tried learning Haitian Creole, researched rifles and gear, and set out to build a team of soldiers out of homeless people in Washington, D.C. Gavin joined the Fire Academy in Dallas so he can learn leadership, and then he went to Thailand to learn how to sail a boat so that he can attack the island by water. But he never actually enrolled in the sailing classes because they were too expensive. Tanner enlisted in the Air Force so that he can have military training, and then he had them station him in the Maryland area so that he could be closer to the homeless people in Washington, D.C., so that he could recruit them to carry out their mission. All of these activities were somehow flagged by the FBI, who began to follow their moves. In July of 2025, both of these men were arrested and charged with conspiracy to kidnap in a foreign country and with producing child abuse material, which they found during their investigation. The men face up to 30 years in prison if convicted for the child abuse charges, and up to life in prison if they are convicted for the conspiracy charges. But their lawyers are saying they're not worried, since both men are going to plead not guilty, because they say prosecutors are going to have a hard time proving that they actually intended to carry out this plan. What do you think is going to happen to these young men? Leave a comment to let me know.
Federal prosecutors say the suspects didn't plan to go it alone. In fact, the feds say they plan to recruit people who are homeless in Washington, D.C. to serve on their, quote, expeditionary force and take over a small Haitian island. The grand jury indictment handed up today charges 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg from Allen and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas from Argyle with conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country, as well as a charge of production of child pornography. Record show Weisenberg was booked into the Collin County Jail in July. Prosecutors say he was in the U.S. Air Force at the time. The place they are accused of plotting to invade is called Gonave Island. It is part of the Republic of Haiti. It's not small. In fact, that island has about 87,000 residents. Prosecutors say Weisenberg and Thomas plan to lead that expeditionary force by sailboat to the island, murder the men, take control of the island, and then turn the women into sex slaves, according to prosecutors. The feds say the plan dates back to August of last year. They say Weisenberg enrolled in a Rockwall Fire Academy to learn command and control protocols, but flunked out in February. They say he then traveled to Thailand to learn how to sail, but didn't enroll in the school due to the cost. The feds say Thomas, meanwhile, enlisted in the Air Force in January and in March changed his station assignment from Germany to Maryland to better coordinate the invasion and recruit the homeless population in D.C.
Yo guys, welcome back and thank you for watching that video. The accused 21-year-old Gavin Rivers Wisenberg from Allen, Texas, and 20-year-old Tanner Christopher Thomas from Agele are charged with conspiracy to murder, kill, kidnap, and maim in a foreign land, as well as production of child pornography. Yes, child pornography. According to the prosecutors, between August 2024 and July 2025, the pair planned to take over the island of Haiti. Their goal is to kill the male residents while enslaving the women and children. This indictment refused details that they have planned. They plan to recruit homeless people from Washington, D.C. as mercenaries. They bought weapons and a sailboat, studied how to overtake, how to combat, and how to make the plan work. These two face lifelong prison sentence if they are being convicted. Federal authorities describe this as one of the most extremely and horrifying plots recently uncovered, a stark reminder of how hate, power, and cruelty can hide behind twisted fantasy. I really thank you for watching the video, and like I said before, if you are just coming across our channel or seeing this video for the first time, please do well to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Follow us for more videos like this to pop up screaming about what is happening in the country. Like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.